So hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is Mel's Gaming here with another The Hunter Call of the Wild video. Now this video was recorded during the early access for Emerald Coast, so a huge thank you to EW for allowing me to take part in this early access. Now in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Axis deer. Now the Axis deer in this update have actually received a little bit of love. They've had a little bit of a rework and a reskin and a little bit of a remodel around the face, and they look a whole lot more realistic and just overall a lot better. So we're actually going to drop a couple here and actually take a look at them. So that's one gone down, and as I was on my way to actually collecting that first one that we just took down, I actually got an opportunity to take down one with a different fur type, so also put a shot into that one, and as you can see his health is dropping. He's not going to go a whole lot further before he goes down either. So got a couple of them on the ground to actually be able to take a look at, which is really good. So we're going to start off by taking a look at the first one that I actually managed to take down, and it is a beautiful dark fur type Axis deer, and just wow. They look so much better. It is really amazing how much better these guys actually look compared to what they used to. And it is like mainly a reskin. They've had some improvements with the fur and stuff, but there's also some like remodeling with the face and the eyes. There's a lot more detail and a lot more structure, and they just look a whole lot more realistic. It's really fantastic to see. And like I said, this is the dark fur type, and it's just absolutely beautiful. It looks a lot more realistic for like a dark Axis deer, and the way that the different colours sort of blend, I think looks really stunning. And then of course the contrast of the white spots on that darker brown body, I think that's just absolutely gorgeous. Really fantastic looking deer. And I didn't know that these guys were going to have received any kind of update, so I was actually really surprised to see these guys looking different, and I am really impressed by what I have seen with them. I think they look absolutely stunning. What a beautiful looking deer. Now let's move on to take a look at the second one that we just dropped, and you can see this one isn't a dark. This is just more of like the standard common spotted, so this is like just the like basically bog standard common. And again, taking a look at the face, you have once again the more detail in the eyes, which really sells the realism and giving them that lifelike feel. That was really fantastic to see, but you can also see what I mean, I think, about the added structure to the face. They're not so smooth anymore, and I think that's fantastic. And of course the detail going back through the body with the fur itself, I think that looks really beautiful. The white spots again on the brown body, the contrast is just stunning to look at. Just, they look so much better. It's honestly impressive. They just look a lot more realistic, and I really wasn't expecting this. But with them being on this new reserve, I think it is about time that they did get some more love, and they just look absolutely amazing. I definitely want to go hunting for some more diamonds of these guys now. They're just a lot more beautiful than what they used to be, a lot more realistic, just a whole heap of improvements made to these guys by this rework. Absolutely fantastic to see. Now we're going to move on to actually taking a look at a common and also the rares in the Trophy Lodge. So just to take a look at what the differences are, especially with the face and stuff, I do just have a spotted one here. I didn't actually have a dark, but I do have the spotted here taxidermized in the lodge, and this is actually an old diamond that I had. And you can just see how much better these look in the Trophy Lodge. They look absolutely incredible, and again you can see the details here on the face, how much more realistic that actually looks. These guys are going to be so much nicer to have in the lodge now with this added detail. It's really fantastic, and to see like the way that the patterns and the actual movement on the fur, like the different fur lines, I think it looks really well done. I'm seriously impressed with the rework for the Axis. Like I said, didn't expect it, took me by surprise, and I have been nothing but impressed by what they've actually done. You can see like the way that the hair flows, it looks so much more natural and actually like hair, so it's really cool to actually see. Absolutely fantastic. But I did say that we would take a look at what the rares now look like, and I do have both rares taxidermised for Axis Deer here in the Trophy Lodge. So we're going to start off by taking a look at the Albino, and wow, the improvement on the Albino is absolutely insane. It's not so just stark white with the bright pink nose anymore. You have sort of pink accents in the fur itself, and the eyes are sort of a pinkish colour too. And then you have the obviously pink nose, but it goes sort of further into the fur and blends better. And like I said, you can see sort of pinkish coloration throughout the body. It looks like a proper albino. It's not just so, I don't know, so stark. It looks more realistic, and I think that, again, is just absolutely fantastic to see. Absolutely beautiful looking albino. I think they look so good now. The detail in the eyes is what sells it for me. Seeing more detail added to the eyes and them being that pinkish colour, I think is awesome. And finally, we'll take a look at a Melanistic. Now, the Melanistic is kind of interesting. The Melanistics used to be a lot more sort of stark, like black. Now it's kind of got some reddish tones in there. It's a little bit different looking. I'm not sure if it's my favourite rare now for the Axis Deer. I think I prefer the Albino. But I think you guys can probably see what I mean, that there's some sort of reddish tones going through the fur, which does actually look quite cool. It's just not the same at all as what the Melanistics used to be. They used to be just pure black. But now there's the different colours in there as well, which is actually really interesting to see, and it is actually really beautiful, but it's just a little bit different to what we're actually used to seeing. And again, you can see all the added details and stuff. It does look really fantastic, and there's sort of lighter patches as well. It's not all just one shade of black, there's some different sort of grey tones and stuff throughout the body too. So really interesting to see what they actually did with the Melanistic. It's not at all what I was expecting. I kind of wish it was just more pure black, but it does actually, I think, look a whole lot better on the new models, just because they look more realistic in general. But that is basically the reworked Axis Deer. So we've had a look at the commons, we've had a look at the rares, and overall I'm pretty impressed with what we now have for the Axis Deer. But that is going to be it for this video, so please let me know down in the comments what you think of the reworked Axis Deer. I'm really impressed with them, as I've said throughout the video. I think that they look a whole lot better and are going to be a lot better to hunt now, just purely because they look so much better. So I'm really happy about that, and I'll be very interested to hear your thoughts on this awesome new rework. But that is going to be it for this video, so thank you so much for watching and for all your support as always, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.